Hello, hello. Welcome back to more GBO2. I know it's been a while, but shh, don't worry about it. Anyways, today we've got a Jegan in a space match, and if I remember right, this is one of the better space matches I've played through. We're about to find out, which is exciting. I don't see, I probably say this every single space match video I do, but I do not see enough space battles. I really don't. It's so hard to get matches in space, or I guess I should say I have such a hard time trying to get matches in space because nobody else is doing them. Which just I love space battles. It makes me sad. I really need to try to organize like my own or organize private organize custom matches to get everybody to do space stuff. That'd be fun. Starting out great here, just whiffing everything, so that's pretty awesome. So those shield missiles, I actually don't mind them in space. Like they're not the easiest to collect, but to connect with. But they're a great thing to just throw out. Yeah, no, I remember this one. This one does come out pretty good. I believe because he tries to chase me, and I get some good hits on him. We'll see though. There's parts of this that I think I remember that I'm excited to get to once we do. But yeah, he is doing what he should be doing, quite bluntly, of being like super aggressive. To be fair, well, yeah, he really should be going after our support rather than me, I suppose, since he is the raid. But the Thunderbolt Gundam, the Thunderbolt Full Armor Gundam, is very good at putting on a lot of forward pressure. It's fast and has a lot of weapons at its disposal. If I remember right, a lot of them are missile-based weapons, so they can be a little bit tricky to connect with. And one of them requires you to sit still, I believe. Let me think for a second. I believe it's the one that does instant stun as you sit still to fire it. It's either that or it's the beam cannon? It's been a while since I've used the Full Armor Thunderbolt, clearly. It's a fun one, but it's one that I've personally never done really well with. Because it's got a ton of weapons, and I'm not quite keen on when to use which ones yet. So, I don't take it out very often. I really should take it out more. It is a really cool suit that I need to improve with. Like I said, once again, I hit nothing, but I do like those shield missiles. You can pop them out quick, throw some extra damage down range. It's a good sort of intermediate round, so to speak. It's also great for doing what I just did there and picking off enemies low health. Head Vulcans are great for that too, of course, but you just get a little bit more damage out of the individual shield missile hits, so especially if something's focused on something else, they're pretty good to throw out there like that. I've gotten a couple pretty decent hits with the rifle already. I'm pretty happy with that. Basically, my usage out of the Jegan is one of two things, right? Either I take out my Jegan, and I get a bunch of hits and I do really well, or I take my Jegan out, I miss all of my rifle shots, and get like 10th place in the team, or in the rankings, I should say, which is not good. Clearly, he got taken out before any of my missiles connected, so that was a waste of a burst right there. We're trying to get a hit around his shields here, which is hard when you're shooting at it from the side. I'm sure you've noticed, but he's got 4 shields. And when he's flying around, they kind of sit on his sides. So, trying to flank him is kind of tricky. It's probably the most difficult mobile suit to flank. Oh, actually, you know what? I should be aiming at the legs. The legs are what are sticking out the most when you're trying to shoot him. A little bit harder to aim at compared to like the chest and waist segments, but it is the most exposed, so that's probably the best angle to try and shoot at him from, or shoot best part to shoot at from that angle, rather. The best angle to shoot at him from is the back. That goes for like everyone though. Our cancel over boost there threw off my aim, but I luckily did still hit. Really thought I was going to get stun locked into oblivion there. I'm glad I got to fall back as far as I did. It kept me alive a little bit. Finally hit some of those shield missiles. That's nice. I say finally like I haven't hit a couple early ones already. I wanted to pursue, but we got jumped from behind. Is that the enemy support? No, he's another general, so that is not the enemy support. I thought it was the, Oh, which one was the support? I think it's Cassis Yak Doga. That's what I thought it was for a second. I don't think that's what it was, though. Or I should say, it's definitely not what it was, because it was not a support, nor was it a raid. So, like, I missaw that one pretty bad. Got dropped again, unfortunately. What are we at now? 3 deaths? Which is not, you know, it's not the worst, but it's also not ideal. We've still gotten some decent hits, decent damage in. I like, the Jegan is a little bit interesting to use, because I don't feel like any of its individual weapons do a ton of damage on their own, but I have gotten really good use out of getting close, and if you can open up with the rifle, moving in and doing some melee combos, and just sitting in that comfortable mid-range, where I can do my hits, jump in, do my melee, jump back out, I find that is like the optimal position to use it in. Really, and I'm sure I've had this conversation before, but it really is a good, like, alternate to the, it's a lot like the Mark II. And the Mark II is really good in that sort of position too, where you stun, you move in. In the case of the Mark II, though, let me see if I can remember. I believe the Mark II does have higher melee control, or melee mod, so its saber does do more damage. It is a little... It's not as good in a sort of general purpose role, though, compared to the Jegan, because while this has less melee damage than the Mark II does, the rifle, I believe, has an extra round. I do have to double check that. The rifle also does less damage too, but it readies up quicker. And then in addition to that, you have the grenades and the shield missiles, which the Mark II doesn't have. The Mark II just has the rifle and the head Vulcans, which, by the way, it's the same head Vulcan pod. I believe it's the same ammunition count, same rate of fire, same damage, same everything. It's the exact same head Vulcan pod, if I remember right. It's good, good downswing. Good downswing. Oh, it's immobile, but still. I really hoped that would clip my shield, and it did not. But yeah, same head Vulcans as the Mark II. It's just got the missiles and the grenades give it more weapons outside of just... So the Mark II, when it runs out, it's kind of dead in the water for a bit. And the Jegan has more options outside of that. You can see the bombs here. I'm trying to take care of that, but they showed up out of nowhere in their mobile suit. So, yeah, that was frustrating. I'm assuming they had just been sitting there like that, just immobile. Because I believe when you're immobile in space like that, you don't appear on radar. So I just missed him. I was looking for a pilot, and he was right there the whole time. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to spawn in time to... Oh, I think I remember why I kept this one, actually. There's the real reason I kept it. Because I got annoyed about that, obviously, so I came in here, spawned in here, and was like, you know what, I'm going to do this last thing before time's up. I'm going to finish him off, because that was frustrating. So I do that, I'm starting to lay into him. He's got, you know, less options than me. He's just got that Phaidine rifle. That is a Marsai, so it should have the Phaidine rifle and a Sea Serpent. And Sea Serpent, he's not getting a lot of use out of in space like that. So I come in, I just managed to take him out right before the very end there. And I believe... I'm waiting for the scoreboard to show up to see if I'm right about this, but I believe that last kill... Yup, that last kill managed to actually secure us the win right at the end there, and I was very happy about that. It felt good. So, someone else got top damage, which is good, but I got second. I got a good amount of damage, actually, which sometimes in the Jegan can be very difficult to do, actually. I've definitely had some frustrations there. Not a whole lot of kills, but honestly, that's fine. I got top assist score, so I will take that. My thing, I'm sure I've said this before, but my thing is, so long as the kills are secured and we're getting those scores, that matters more to me than individual scores anyway. So I definitely have a lot of cases on, and you'll see these on a bunch of my other videos too, where I might have not the highest kill count, but a decent assist count, good damage. Really, the damage spread is what I'm most concerned about, because so long as that damage spread is there, that means the enemy team is hurting. And so long as the enemy team is hurting, my team can secure kills. So that's what I am most concerned about. But that'll do it for today. I will see you guys next time.